Catch taken at the back by Tyson Gamble, the new face in the halves. And back comes Leo Thompson. Hines in position for a kick. He takes them on. Good step, evades Crossland, and away to Oregon Corfusi. And the front rower is the first try scorer after 12 minutes of footy.
Comes out of the line. Oh, Zuzu MUX replay. He comes out of the line and just misses ordinary tackle, and then Corfusi, and he goes underneath the post.
Jack Hetherington and Adam Elliott missing from this team today. Good hand, Sharp. Away to Bradman Best, that's better. An offload to the speed machine. Sharp into the clear, and he's off for his 10th try at home in his last 8 games.
Now they're going to look for an obstruction here.
And Nicho Hines tackles this man without the ball. He wanted him. He tackles him. He's not obstructed by him, he tackles him.
Thomas stops in the line and affects Nicho Hines' ability to slide over and defend.
Wrong. Absolutely
Decision
wrong.
made.
Nicho had no intention of sliding over the defend. Nicho made a tackle.
Trindle against the grain. Great tackle, Crossland.
Brilliant defence.
2 try savers, either sides of the field. Kafusi for a double, offloading out the back. McInnes keeps it alive. Brayley, Fanua Blake. The 2 props have scored the first 2 tries, and that's a cracking try. But the Sharkies are out deep and wide, and they've got an overlap through the hands. Stone Street in the corner.
Well, this is unforgivable.
Well, that just looked like a training gallop for the Sharks.
Always out of action. Tyson Gamble, Kalen Ponga, Bradman Best, catching, passing. Here goes Mars. Yeah, he crosses over.
Yeah. Get across field. Catch pass, Best. And Marju.
Good finish. Hines to Nicola. Squeezes it out the back. Hines on the bump. Look out. Picked up by Bradman Best. He's nearly off. There was an ankle tap. If Sharp can get into the clear, he'll score. He's over the halfway. They've been able to regroup, and Stone Street makes the tackle, but this could be a turning point. Spiral pass. Ponga to Brayley, out to Gamble, now to Pierce Paul. And Gagai with a catch and tap on Schiller had overrun it. 5. Hines handles again, spears one away for Hiroti, who rolls out of the first tackle and rolls over the line, but this may well be called back.
Yeah, nice work from Schiller.
Held up.
He holds him up, gets in nice and tight. Schiller comes, gets in tight and rolls him over and gets the body. Yeah, great effort.
He's got some moves, Hiroti.
To the head on him, that's the split in the case, so you're in the bin.
Oh, it's an intercept straight to Ramey and away to Stone Street. He goes to the speedster, and you can call off the chase. Cronulla have got one right against the run of play. Able to play this fast. You left the 2 markers lying on the ground, so Brayley goes to town and rolls a kick in behind. Kennedy! Brilliantly worked. You could see that try coming from the moment they got the ball.
Brilliant play.
Gamble tap on from Bradman Best. It was marginal. Marju's got it. He's dancing away from them again. He's been the best player on the field for Newcastle. Marju up inside the 30. No one's going to stop him. He gets it over the top. Greg Marju's playing with them.
The beast.
Trindle digs in, goes across to our man who we've been glowing about throughout the coverage, Marweni Hiroti. Another try. Frizzell over the top, Kai Pierce-Paul. There's another offload and Schiller scores. So Sunday footy comes to a conclusion and a comfortable win for Cronulla on the road, 34-14.
Adam, did that feel like last week all over again, or is that too harsh an assessment?
Yeah, too harsh.
What do you think of today then in comparison with last week?
There was a ton of effort going into it. Look, last week our game was riddled with play one errors, and clearly we had a lot of errors again today. But you know, we've got a team I thought we had 15 out of 10 moments of effort to try and turn them away. But it took its toll, clearly. And obviously our depth has been tested at the moment. We've 5 injuries, but that's not the problem. Like, every team will get 5, which is reduced from last week, but yeah, we still got 5. But the issue is it's 5 in the same positional group. They're all forwards. So that takes its toll on your depth, and we've got some young guys that will be better going through it. Doesn't feel great at the moment, but we lost the middle third of the field across the back end of that across the front part of the second half, and took its toll. And thought they had to work hard for a fair few of their tries, and they got a couple of things went their way. But yeah, look, I feel disappointed. I always want to win. We always want to win, you know, and we hate especially losing here. But I don't feel like we've let anybody down in terms of how hard we're trying. So yeah, I reckon you're too harsh. Okay,
with the halves pairing, it made a change there. I know broken noses don't normally keep footy players out, but I believe that Tyson's got a bad one. Do you know whether you'll have your 7 today on Friday in Christchurch?
I don't know. Staff have got a meeting tonight. We need to let the squad know tonight because we leave tomorrow. So we'll try and put a group of 20 odd blokes together tonight. So I haven't done the injury report, but staff are meeting later on tonight so we can get it out to the guys, especially the ones that have got kids and that. We'll let them know that they're leaving tomorrow.
And the incident that broke Tyson's nose, Teague Wilton stays on the field. You had Schiller sin bin for his eye contact. Were you happy enough with the explanation from the official there regarding the difference? I didn't get the explanation in the box. We didn't hear what it was, so you can probably give it to me now. It was just that Teague Wilton had flashed up, and while it was largely incidental, he has a duty of care to lower his body height. So on report, but no sin bin. But then they thought James' contact was direct high contact with significant force to go to the bin. What did you think? No one really cares what I think. Oh, look, I don't want to see Teague. You know, it's footy, it's rugby league, but I don't know who intervened in the one with Schiller, but it was, you know, they were lowering in the act of trying to score a try, I believe. I don't know what he's meant to do. Just let him score the try, but I don't want to come in here and whinge about that stuff. I don't want to see Teague in trouble, and I certainly didn't think that it warranted 10, but I'm just going to lay off that.
Felt like a turning point. They obviously scored 2 tries while James was off the field and you're a man down.
Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to bait me into talking about it, but...
But what sort of difference do you think that was a turning point?
Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, of course it hurts. Yeah.
Kalen, feel different tonight compared to last week?
Yeah, I think it did. I thought we were in that game. Going at, 4-16 or whatever it was at half time, come out. Obviously, to fight with 12 men and give them cheap balls is a tough ask. I thought we did well to get into half time at 4-16 despite the errors that we made and the field position that we gave them. That period after half time definitely hurt. But in terms of our effort, again, I don't want to keep coming in here and saying our effort, because it's kind of a given. But we are a tough little footy team. We just need to be disciplined in certain areas.
Adam, you might not be able to answer this, but people watching might want to know about the likelihood of Phoenix playing in New Zealand. The fact that he was back out there and an option in the second half, does that lend you to believe that he might be a good chance of playing on Friday? Yeah, I don't want to jinx it or not. Look, I know he was trying to show me, he was running out of ways to show me in the box that he wanted to get out there, but the medical staff weren't super keen on him going back out. But as I said, I don't know what squad we'll have, who's available, whether we'll get any guys back until we're going to do a recovery with the players tonight back at the club, and the staff, we've got a staff meeting to put a squad together. As I said, we're going to leave tomorrow.
Adam, you want reply and resilience from your players. Like Greg Marsden had a tough day last Sunday.
Yep.
You must have been pleased with his effort today and some of his runs and meters.
Absolutely. That's the bit why I don't feel like I did last week, is because there's the scoreboard won't suggest it, okay, but individuals certainly suggested. I think Fletcher Sharp's had his best game in the month. You know, although they're really dangerous. These fellas, they're running but game back. I thought you're right with Greg. I thought he was fantastic. The minutes Leo's punching out. And Tyson Gamble, it's his first game in the whole season. Like I don't know if he had 30 minutes of the first trial. He's been out that long and then cops the broken nose in the first half. So he'll be better for the run. And then there's guys like Tommy Kent that we're getting a heap of games into. Jermaine McEwen, he's a young guy. Like I said, long term, will be a better footy team, footy club for these young guys getting experience. This doesn't feel great now, but I know our educated fans will stick with us and we'll come out the other side. And we have been in this situation a few times and we've fought our way out.
And you mentioned the middle third of the field, how you lost that area in that early second half. You don't have Safidi, Hetherington, Elliott, and you're going up against a club who've got a pretty good front row rotation, so they're learning a tough lesson against one of the better rotations.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, you know, when Daniel left us at the start of the year, we knew that, you know, that had to happen for the club, and we were going to be relatively okay as long as Jacob was around. And if he wasn't, well, Adam Elliott was going to be around, and if he wasn't, Jack Hetherington was going to be around, and then you've got a guy like Dylan Lucas as well. So we're all five. That's what hurts. All five are out. So we don't match up in terms of size or experience through the middle, and it's going to sound like an excuse, and people that don't like me or whatever are all going to say that that's exactly what it is. But I'm just trying to give people a level of understanding that there's a ton of effort going in there from these young blokes, and that's the situation we're in, and we'll fight our way over. Sweet.
Fitz, full-time Toby Rudolph said travel's only an excuse if you let it be. To win back-to-back, to go 4-3 but cover all the distance you have, are you a content coach after that tonight?
Yeah, definitely. We've been in every game physically, so yeah, you can find reasons, and there's plenty of reasons there if we search for them, but we've got more to come, so we don't want to talk about it too much. But I thought we got up and running a bit. A fair bit went our way early, which set the game up nicely for us, but it also felt like they jumped us on energy, so we've got a bit of work to do there.
You don't often see the 8 and 10 score the first 2 tries. Was that just coincident, or did you plan to attack them through the middle like that?
I think it's part of getting better at the down the pointy end of the field a little bit. A bit of work put into it. We want to make sure we've got threats in there, as well as when the halves choose the direction to go, that we've got multiple threats there. So it has been a bit of work, but it's been a better week for us this week to train, to be honest. So thought we paid dividends on the work we got done this week.
Cam, at half-time, the numbers from your 2 starting front rowers were very impressive. You're part of this middle forward rotation. What's it like being behind Oregon and Aden in that sort of mood?
Yeah, it's good to play them in it. Both powerful men, but they work so hard as well. For big boys, their movements and going after it's pretty impressive. So yeah, pretty lucky to play alongside those 2 big boys.
On Oregon, Fitzy, like a lot got made about you guys signing Fanua Blake, but Oregon played just about every game for you last year. Like, how important is he to your rotation in that area?
Yeah, he's very unassuming. I think he's still young. He's over 100 games now, Oregon. He started at a young age, and we haven't seen the best of him yet, so he's developing nicely there. And again, we probably had a couple of moments there. He's played busted for us, to be honest. He had finger surgery on a Tuesday a few weeks ago and played on Saturday. So he's been, a week after, he did a syndesmosis and had to not train and play again. So we've needed him, and he's starting to get back to a bit more like physicality, which we need from him. And he's developing really strongly and forming a bit of a bond with Cam and Aden there, which has helped us. So expect more to come, but still hard work, yeah.
Craig, you guys have sort of been flying under the radar a bit. Are you starting to hit your straps now, do you think?
I think it's a bit early for that. I felt like, to be honest, the scoreline flattered us today. I know we looked potent with the ball. In the actual contest and the physical stakes, they were up and about. They'll I'm sure when they get a few players back and a bit more, a few things go their way, they'll be a handful. And I didn't. I thought we were really connected and really clear on our plan and executed the plan well when we had to. I'm really happy with that. But I thought the contest stuff, the hardest, simple stuff, the hardest stuff, I thought they actually were stronger than the scoreline suggested.
That must be good, but that they played well and you beat them pretty convincingly in the end.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lesson in every game, obviously, and for us, it's actually a good experience. We've had multiple ways of winning, losing at the moment, so it was good to get some good flows and good attacking footy on. But still like to focus on the harder stuff at the moment because we've got a difficult road ahead, and we don't want to lose. We've been really competitive, been in every game and fighting hard. I don't want to lose that part of it, and then we can keep adding the stuff that looks pretty and people want to see. That's nice, but we don't want to lose the hard stuff. So that's it's been good to watch the guys actually have to find the energy to do that, and we'll hopefully keep working on that. Thanks, guys.